Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Olympus-2299, a Greek mythology-inspired cyberpunk game using a Powered by the Apocalypse system called the Sprawl. This is episode 6, Ties That Bind. We are going to get started by doing some quick introductions of our cast. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and where we can find you very quickly. Over to my right is... Ooh, I don't remember who's to my right because the stream hasn't caught up. I think it's Bella. Bella, you go first.
I always go first. Fuck me. Okay, hi everyone. I mean, I don't know what the guidelines on Twitch are, but anyways, hi everyone. My name is Bella. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, I guess, but I don't have anything there, so don't go there. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram as Boondoggles. I will be playing Celeste Copper, the sister of Casey Copper and a resident hacker who's having a time. Also, my bricks for my background are unaligned and it hurts Bo emotionally, but that's their fault for being Frenched. That's it. I'm really excited for tonight.
Okay. The stream caught up, and I now remember that Bella is below me and not to my side. And then below her is Ryan. You're muted.
My name is Muted. Hi, I'm Ryan, or Sim. You can find me on Twitter at the Simulacre. I have a Twitch. I don't do a whole lot there, so just ignore that. Almost like I never even needed to say it. I am Cato Castellanos, and I will be the infiltrator for this evening.
And then over to the side, doing a Yui, we have Velvet. What's up?
Dark greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Velvet Fair, playing Augustus, they, them. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, mostly the Bird app and Twitch. Eventually, I'll get my Twitch shit together again.
And sadly, we are down a polish tonight, so last but not least is Bo.
Hi, I'm Bo. You can find me on Twitter at confusing my Twitch name and my Twitter name at Dorky Teacher, and you can also find me on Twitch at just Dorky Teacher because Dorky Teacher was taken, and I'll be playing Casey Copper, the person who's a little concerned that Bella is disappearing. Also, Bella, how many times am I going to have to say what the fuck while muted because somebody insulted French people?
Listen, many times. Many times. If my branding catches up, I hope forever. I hope that we're friends and that you will have to endure this forever and it's really good.
Yeah,
This is my dice crunching. This is my dice crunching.
Well, I am Rowan. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be the game master for this evening, playing all of the other characters, and probably Zircon for a little bit. Oh no, where'd my list go? We have some sponsors today. Chromatic Chimera is sponsored by Tabletop Loot. You can use code SHIELDMON for 15% off dice purchases. Heartbeat Dice, you can use code Chromatic for 10% off your dice purchases. Artesian Builds, you can use code PUDDINS, PUDDINS, for I think it's like $100 off a custom-built PC. We're a Pelgrane Press 13th Age independent broadcaster. You can use code Chromatic for 20% off 13th Age products. We are under the Creator Spotlight program for Quest with Chromatic Chimera's show Quest the Soaring City. You can use code NOINITIATIVE, one word, for 10% off your purchases on their online store. And we are a part of the Roll20 Spotlight program. Our players today are using Roll20 for their character sheets, and some of them using them for dice rolls. They are incredibly convenient to have because they make it so you don't have to do the math. I just dropped a link in chat where you can check out all of those discount links and codes and whatnot. And then last but not least, we have some content warnings for tonight, including non-graphic depictions of violence, class inequality, drugs and alcohol use, transhumanism, and some robot spiders, because we kept one of those. our our thieves here find themselves traveling through the sewers and arriving at Cato's old secondary location hideout after a confrontation with a assassin and a bunch of large robotic spiders. In Cato's primary hideout, they walked away from that victorious, not unwounded, but victorious. Augustus acquired a new gun, and Casey and Celeste acquired a new friend in the form of a robot spider, who I don't think has been given a name yet. No, wait, it's just called Spider, right?
No.
Yeah,
I thought
it's just called.
Didn't Casey
It's Spider, but it's spelled SP//DR
Right. That is true.
because Spider-Man references.
That's so cute.
The reason that they were tracked and attacked by this assassin has something to do with the fact that they recently heisted Zeus, the big man himself, and stole, or rather freed, a young woman by the name of Elle from a secret cloning facility where the Olympians created new bodies to prolong their lives all of these fine years. Zeus would very much like his property back and has placed a rather sizable bounty on your heads. You have a couple ideas of where you might be able to go from here. You are hunted, you are wanted, you are injured. The whole city is on the lookout for you. And yeah. Cato, when we last left off, you had been given another note, presumably from the same mysterious people who hired you to go on this heist. It included the symbol of a toothy maw and a whirlpool, and the words, "Thank you."
I forgot about that. Not gonna lie.
So what's everyone up to?
Well, Cato would have obviously shown everyone else the message. I don't remember when it was, but someone had one of us had mentioned either a few episodes ago or like last episode that we couldn't really have been sure whether or not they actually wanted Elle or if they just wanted us to cause havoc by taking them.
That is a conversation you had last episode. Yes, you are currently unclear on the motives and the identity of whoever hired you.
And for the hell of it, let me check my agent for. Are we still calling them agents?
Sure.
So I want to say I still don't have one, and I'm still using cases.
Let me check my agent to check my bank account, see if anything has been deposited in there.
No,
For
nothing
the
new.
hell of it, I didn't think so.
Can I examine this a little bit closer with my mind's eye?
What is this?
I would like the note. I would like to examine it. Do we still have the invitations, or did they take it, or did they scan it? They just scanned ours, right?
Well, the invitations to the party were digital.
So we still have them on our agents, probably, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's the same, right? The note is similar.
Not at all. They have nothing in common.
Why did I think that? Never mind.
Are you thinking perhaps the original message we all got sent to bring us to the dive bar?
Yeah, probably.
That
there was a lot of
also on paper.
To the one that sent you to Calypso's.
Yes, the one that we only got one. for Casey and I. So that I'm sure that's great. I'm gonna check it with Casey. Hey Casey, just because there's no
Yeah.
feedback, it's once again not a big deal. Who it was explicitly for, right? It doesn't matter because we are a team. We are one unit, right? I don't have to worry about you, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You're not planning on going anywhere, are you?
No, never. Me and Spider are in it together. We're all a team now, right, Spider? I'm assuming
Just
Spider
stares
does
at
that.
you.
Perfect. An empty stare. That's the way I like technology. Silent. Very good.
You're gonna have to teach it like some tricks or something.
I know you're gonna do that thing where you try to program it to talk, and I really feel like maybe we shouldn't do that. Is the thing?
Well, because like Pop is like independent and does their own thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, super useful. This one just kind of is.
It could be helpful in combat. Pup is more of a storage and a retriever, much like a dog.
For this, we didn't exactly do very much fighting.
I stare off into the middle distance, like getting shot in the head. I mean, in the stomach. I mean, that's true, but the ones we did do, God, what a pain that was.
I will say that as a note, Spider still does have one Agni web installed, so
Ooh,
you got that.
Nice.
I feel like at some point we would have wanted to check the Spider for also having a tracker.
We did that.
You did do that last session.
Don't worry.
If it had the ability to be tracked, the person who would have done that tracking is exploded.
They did.
You only tracked me once. Shame on me.
Track
me twice. Also shame on me.
L will sort of like go up to the group and sign to Celeste. Do we have time to rest?
Celeste would be like, I'll once again using L voice, which is like, do we have time for rest? Because I'm making up what she might sound like, because I'm still not sure.
Just shakes her head a little bit.
And I tell the group, I feel like that we do, right?
We should.
Because I'm
still
bleeding a little bit, so it's not great.
I'll get the doctor to look you over again. Casey sent the tracker down the river, the opposite way. So we should be okay for a little bit. We should be able to get a small rest. Unless they just decide to flood the streets with Olympians, which they might.
Could happen. Counterpoint could be fine.
Kato will tell Hopper to send 2 guys over to the Calypso, see if it looks like it's still in operation or if it's been abandoned or whatever.
Okay. They will head out to do so.
While we rest.
They will head out to do so. Do you all go down for a short little rest?
Yeah, I would like to rest.
Kato won't.
I would like to tell the Spider, watch guard. If someone comes, Spider. I would like to program that in there. Do I need to do a thing? Do I need to go into log in?
The best of programming. If person, then Spider.
Well,
if
that's
person
kind of
equals yes, then Spider.
It kind of is. That is kind of
program Spider.
I mean, that's an easy program though.
That's the easiest program. Like that's like a very simple command. Just being like, when person, then Spider. Cool. Run program.
You don't have to go to like the Qualtrics logic loop for it. Just
I don't
give
gotta
person,
go
then
the
Spider.
don't have to keep track of anything on the stack and like find out where it is. I'm using a very
lot
old
of people here, so
you have already altered this. You have already altered Spider's programming to be under your. So from your cyber deck, you can command Spider.
Nice. Okay, I go. My command is, if enemy, not these people. Show the pictures. Probably really bad pictures of everybody.
It has an intelligent enough computer to
Listen,
understand
just
that one's pointing a gun at my controller. Do spider shit.
yeah, exactly. Spider shit.
But it was called Agni Web.
Spider shit.
I love that you called it the Agony Web too.
Yeah.
Is it
Love to
one
see it.
use or it just has the
So they each spider came equipped with like 2 in it, and each spider had shot 1.
I see.
So your spider has 1. So yes, 1 use. Unless you feel like grabbing it and trying to shove it back in.
I mean, I feel like it's too late at that point.
Yeah. You can touch
it was
the
like
Agony
way
Web with
back
your
there.
hands. Just firmly grasp it.
Yeah.
Well, it was
No?
also like way back in the previous hideout, right? So
Yeah.
Is the doctor that's with us? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bo.
Can I use my customizer ability
Probably.
to try to give the spider venom fangs?
Oh my god, I love this so much.
Oh, you want to read that ability to me?
I'm broadcasting it if you want to read along. You can identify and examine a new or complicated technology related to your area of expertise and modify technology with which you are familiar. When you try to modify a piece of tech, tell the MC what you want to do and discuss what tags or gain effect that modification will have. You'll tell me the requirements, tools, parts, all that good stuff that I will need to do.
Okay. What effect would you like the venom fangs to have?
Tranquil? No, like we gotta stay in theme. Paralyzing.
Okay.
Oh, I snap in excitement.
Sure. If you would like to spend a gear, I will say that before you abandon the previous hideout, you could have recovered the dart that your assailant fired at Augustus to try and paralyze them, and modified some of the tech and chemicals from that into little stabby fangs for Spider.
Cool. Hell yeah.
And
I'm
I'll
out of
just
gear
use-
at this point.
And whenever you command Spider to use that move, I'll just use the move that I had already created for that dart gun.
Perfect.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
Anyone who wants to can get a little bit of rest in. Probably about, I'd say probably about 4 hours or so is the max that you're going to get. If you would like to take that time to rest, you can take +1 forward to one one move of your choice this session.
Is the doctor that's with us the one that can fix my eye?
Yes, Dr. Claw.
That claw.
The claw.
I will say you can either take that rest for the +1 forward or get your eye fixed. One or the other.
I will get my oculars fixed.
I
Alright, yeah.
I will not be taking that rest, mainly because Kato will want to be checking on his people instead of taking.
And my
downtime
actions,
for himself.
do they have to be meat actions that I use the forward, or can I use them for my net running?
Yeah, whatever.
Hell yeah. Okay.
You rest your mind and your body.
Uh,
I charge my stuff. You all see if the very first time my eyeballs. I'm like charging it.
So when I put my, so I have the directive protective. When you put your responsibility to the people at large ahead of the mission, mark experience. If I don't take the rest and instead just go check on all my people, Does that count as that or no?
Yeah. Sounds like it does to me.
I will get my experience.
You go around and check in on your people. Dr. Claw is busy at the moment doing a surgery, but they're hanging in there. I mean, they're used to. They're not used to this necessarily, but they're used to something.
This isn't the first time we've
something being going down. What was that?
It's probably not the first time we've had to run from one hideout to the other.
No, definitely not. The first time you've had to do so at the behest of the Olympians, but
Right.
not the first time you've had to abandon a hideout. Hopper will come up to you and say, "Yeah, there's a lot of people are antsy. Want to know what we're doing next, but I don't know. They're gonna follow you, so."
Right. Well, we're gonna do the same thing that we always do. Try to take over the world.
Sounds good to me, boss.
Narf.
Point me where you need me.
As long as everybody realizes that, those Olympians ain't gonna pay a single cent once they get our heads.
Yeah. I don't think most people will. I mean, promise of money is it's kind of top dog around here, just below Zeus himself.
Well, we'll topple one, and we'll topple the other.
Which one first?
Oh, if I had my choice, it'd be Ares, but let's go for the top dog instead.
Yeah, I can work with that. Alright, I'm gonna go see if we have some non-stale provisions in this place. It's been a minute since we were here.
We have canned something or other.
Can something works?
Yeah, get yourself some rest if you need it. I know you've been running about as long as we have.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if maybe we have some freeze-dried something too. Treat ourselves a little bit.
Yeah, well, we usually save those for birthdays, but I think you've earned it.
Night, boss.
Have a good night, Hopper.
Anybody else like to do anything? Elle is happily taking a little nap.
Hey Rowan, guess what? I had to
Yes,
double
Bella?
check. I have 11 experience, so I can make a new advance from my character list. Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa! I did a lot of things that sabotage the mission for my sister. Ha ha ha! I love messing up missions and getting experience. Wow.
Yes, that does mean you get an advancement.
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I just thought I'd share with the class. Maybe partially as a flex and also just because I'm excited.
All right. If you want to figure that out during break, and just let us know then, that would be great. Bo.
So, I know Celeste went to bed, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to communicate. But I would like to ask some questions to Elle.
She'll happily take a pen and paper, not paper, but she'll take if you want to hand her your agent, she can type and show you.
So, did the Olympians, were they always called Zeus and Hercules and all that? Was that their names always, or is it just? Huh. Okay. And do you remember what year it was when they knocked you away?
She'll type up what yours is now.
2299. I remember the title of the show.
Hey. She'll respond 21 something. I don't remember exactly.
That's okay. I'm sure it's, hard to remember something that's over 100 years ago. A GM question.
Yes.
How far back does history go? How accessible is past history?
So, it depends on how good you are with computers. It's most history beyond the last 50 years is not super available. But if you know where to look, you can go back pretty far. Although when you go back past the early 2200s, you get a lot of conflicting information. As if there was the history that was written at the time, and then a history that was written later to sort of replace it, and nobody really knows which is which anymore. And when I say a history, I mean 4 or 5 written to replace it.
Okay.
There's a lot of conflicting reports. One of the Olympians' claim to fame is their immortality. This idea that they have been here forever. So a lot of history likes to claim that that's true. Some of it likes to claim that they just randomly showed up one day. Some of it says that they were just average people who climbed their way to the top and found a way to stay there. Some says that, if you go some very specific corners, you can find the ideas that, well, they're not actually immortal, it's just like a title that's passed on, parent to child.
Okay. So since you were friends with them, Al, is there anything about them that could help us, find a weakness somewhere that they wouldn't want to go, or an enemy that they have, something that somebody that was always against you all because you were friends, right?
Mostly.
So did Zeus ever have a rival or something? Any kind of name?
Yeah, she'll type up and show you a name, and it says Hades, which is a name that you have never heard before.
Who's Hades?
Hades isn't a god?
You've never heard the name before?
Ever other than Katie. So is Persephone a god?
Yeah. Yeah, you know that name.
Okay.
Sorry, what was your question, Bo?
Who's Hades? I've never heard of him.
He was Zeus's brother, but they fought all the time. I can remember seeing all of them at one point or another when I was frozen, but not Hades.
Okay. Hey, did Hades ever have like a crest or something, like something that looked like this? And I'll draw the. I mean, if I have the letter, I'll show her. But otherwise, okay.
It doesn't look familiar to her.
I wonder if this Hades is the one who's trying to get you. Because if that's Zeus's rival, I mean, they'd have reason to want to get you away from Zeus, take power away from him. Is he nice? Not nice. Got it. Okay.
Thinks for a second and then types up. Not nice, but not the same kind of mean. Zeus was very loud. Hades was very quiet.
Okay. Well, that was really helpful, Elle. I'm sure that's probably not easy for you to go back and remember those things from so long ago. Is there anything I can do for you? You want like a cocoa or something? Yeah? All right. I'm gonna go. And I have no idea if there's cocoa here, but we'll figure something out. I'll get you something warm and sweet.
I think that's a question for Kato to answer.
Kato! Kato!
Yeah. Casey,
Do you have any like hot cocoa or something?
He's gonna like come over and say, "People are trying to sleep. What do you need?" Including.
I want anything hot cocoa for Elle, because she's kind of been through some shit.
I have coffee, and
coffee's not sweet.
I can make it sweet. I'm not a monster. I have sugar.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna reach into his pocket.
What about honey? Do you have honey?
I've got honey. He's gonna reach into his pocket and take out like a chocolate bar.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
It's for emergencies, but I think she's earned it.
Yeah, perfect. All right.
I will go make her a decaf coffee, as sweet as I can. Poor thing needs some sleep. We don't need to be pumping her full of caffeine.
That's why I said cocoa.
I'm not made of money.
Yeah, but if you have the chocolate, I can melt the chocolate and make a hot chocolate.
I don't have milk.
Yeah, but
You use water like a monster.
Okay, we can discuss the merits of milk for melting chocolate, for making hot chocolate, or water, but this is the closest thing we have. We'll just sweeten it a little bit.
How about tea? I could get us a tea. Might be better than coffee.
Yeah. Okay. That'll work.
All right. I'll be right back.
And
get some chamomile tea and honey.
Yes, you are able to some sleepy time tea for Elle with plenty of honey, or a honey flavored product.
Synth honey.
Syrup.
Yeah, honey flavored product. Because we killed the bees, y'all. I'm sorry to say it.
We have mechanical bees now, Rowan. They produce mechanical honey. Don't think about that too hard, folks.
And
I would like to scrounge for any kind of materials that I could use for the future, potentially using my storage ability. but I don't know
What
if that
does
would
that do?
work. After receiving a job, you may look through your accumulated parts and supplies for equipment that might help with the current mission.
Is that a roll you have to make?
I do have to make a roll. Roll mind.
I will. You know what? Fuck it. I'll say this is technically the beginning of a new job, so yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah.
Technically, still haven't completed the old job, but I think at this point you don't really
I'm
plan to.
multitasking.
So
We're multitasking. We're working on one job, working on another job.
yeah.
This game,
I got a
Sprawl
9,
assumes that
so
we're
I
doing
get-
a lot more games. They're
So I
like,
think
you're
you-
too.
What do you get with a 9?
I get 1 gear relevant to my chosen area of expertise.
Nice.
Perfect.
Um,
After that, I would like to go to where Celeste is sleeping, and I don't want to disturb her, but I'll kind of curl up in a ball at the end of the bed that she's sleeping at and just kind of watch her.
you walk in and you see Spider just turn and look at you, then turn back.
And I'll just kind of, watch and tuck her in, make sure that she's all comfortable, and just keep watch.
Kato, you hand off this hot beverage and return to a sort of lounging area.
I made 2 of them, one for Casey, one for Elle.
Aw. That's very nice.
Only had the
and-
one chocolate bar though.
Elle is very happy to receive the tea and the chocolate bar. You return to this like lounge sort of area, and the 2 men that you sent to investigate Calypso's come back. One of them will come up and say, "Everything seems perfectly fine over there. I mean, it's a shitty bar. There's like 2 patrons, but the dude in the crappy shirt is still there. The robot's still behind the counter. They don't seem
All right.
nonplussed at all."
Well, we might need to go talk to them. Not you, us. All right. There's a
Anything
pot
else?
of tea- there's a
Anything else
pot
you
of
need?
tea on. Go get some rest.
Huh?
We don't know how long we're going to be here, but what I want you to start doing is after everyone's had a little bit of rest, maybe 4 or 5 hours, if we can get it, start disseminating people to the various other hideouts we have. We don't need to congregate in one place for right now.
Got it. And they'll walk off. One of them like bumps the other in the arm and says, "Come on, I heard Hopper broke out the freeze-dried stuff." And they'll head off to get some rest and then disseminate those orders. Yay! And you all, well, not all of you, enough of you get a very pleasant rest. And for the next couple hours, you are uninterrupted. And oddly enough, you wake up peaceful and fine, and everything is right with the world. Thank you for joining us on Olympus-2299. No, you do wake up fine.
Celeste has a terrible habit of when she wakes up, I'm sure Casey knows, that she thrashes around like she's in danger. And it's like, Casey, Casey, Casey. And upon obviously finding Casey at the foot of the bed, calms down and goes, oh, he's just...
Every
Spider
morning.
is just standing on the,
Every
the
morning.
edge of the bed with like arms splayed out, scanner like whipping back and forth.
Jesus, you scared me, Spider. Holy fucking gods of Olympus. Fucking, yeah. Why?
Celeste, easy. Yeah, you got shot in the stomach yesterday. Maybe take it easy.
I'd much rather if my mind got fried. That I'm used to. Body pain, not great. Don't love it.
Zeus's message is still playing on loop outside, but thanks to Zircon's efforts, it has been every now and then, a modified version of it comes across, sometimes interspliced with some footage of Heracles making a fool of himself at a party. Sometimes it's just Zeus with a shitty mustache.
I would have
Or-
also given them the footage because I was recording that entire time.
Yes.
So give them the footage of Zeus just like murdering that waiter.
Mhm.
And, basically just everyone being terrible. And definitely the footage of the altercation between Casey and Aphrodite as well.
Casey, you're famous. And for slapping our goddess. That's awesome. Is this not good? This feels good. You told me you always wanted to be in a cat fight and be famous for it.
Yeah, but there's like a bajillion drachma bounty on my head, and now everyone's seeing my face every couple minutes.
Listen, we've always said that it would be cool to get our work done. I'm thinking really high cheekbones for me. What are you thinking? Maybe like a super thin nose. That'd be kind of cool.
Just look like a cat person.
Yes, I'm trying to go for a cat person move.
That's an option.
Dr. Claw can hook you up.
We could, if we are getting work done, we could like make our faces look similar so that we actually look like sisters.
Sweet. Let's do that. I mean, there's the melanin issue, but I think we can just say
Fine.
you can just say I went outside more. Me with all of my cyber stuff. I just went outside a lot. Is the difference. That's
Outside to a sun that you have literally never seen. I don't think.
it. We saw the stars. That's what we saw.
I mean, the sun is a star.
The
Why
sun
you?
is also a star. A questionable book.
No.
And now
Not
I know
gonna.
not to.
Our other book's good.
Yeah.
Way to be.
Everything. That's a good book. Go read it. There's a Blasian main lead, and it's cool.
All right.
Welcome to Chromatic Chimera's book club.
That's my Sunday show. Stop it.
I'll get up and be like, okay, so we're off to now.
Right. And I'll kind of wait for us all to, or motion people to get closer. So
Augustus, what are you doing? Are you sleeping?
Yeah, I assume I spent me getting my eye fixed was most of that evening. I will also check if I got paid.
Nope.
I am obsessed.
Technically, haven't delivered the goods yet.
We got a thank
Well.
you note. That usually comes after the payment.
Well, yeah, that's why I was checking. I was like, that was me being like, all right. So I guess they just wanted them to no longer have the asset. They don't want the asset themselves. But okay, so that confirms my suspicion. I'll mosey on over.
So I was talking to Elle yesterday, and it seems like Zeus had an old rival, someone that they didn't get along. It was Zeus's brother. His name is Hades. Does that ring a bell for anyone?
I would ask Rowan if I'd heard of Hades because I remember when I pretended to be Zagreus, I did mention Hades. Or if you want to just say,
I will say, because you have a very interesting relationship with the Olympians, that it is a name that you have heard before, in a similar vein to how you've heard of, you've heard of Elysium, that legendary vault and cache of weapons, gear, and whatnot. You've heard of Hades, the god who defected. Ooh. Basically a scary story to tell to young Olympians to, get them to eat their vegetables and whatnot.
Mm.
Well, I've heard of them, but it's mostly legends and hearsay, and supposed to be the Olympians' boogeyman. She's saying he's real.
Yeah. So I think Hades is the one that hired us.
Okay. So the invitation was a paper or it was an online invitation?
Which invitation?
It was like an online, the thank you note instead.
The thank you note that Kato got was paper, same as the ones that led you to Calypso's. I think Bella is
Right, trace it.
frozen.
Fucking buckety fuck.
You're back, maybe?
Nope, we just got the swearing.
Nope, just the...
Nothing of value.
Nah.
It's pretty on brand.
Oh, absolutely.
Welcome to Olympus.
There we go.
Oh,
I
you
think we're
back?
golden.
Am I back? Am I back?
You are returned.
Yeah.
Oh,
We missed all of it
yay.
after
Well, I just said, oh, well, great. I was going to try to trace it. Well, I guess fuck. Okay. Can I check? What did we name the dark web? Something that made
Grundle.
Bob said.
Grundle.
What was it again?
Grundle.
It was the
Grundle. I would
Grundle.
like to check Grundle.
Okay.
I would like to check Grundle for some legitimate, very Reddit phase of like, tell me the things. What's going on?
What things? What things are you looking for?
I'm looking about the legitimacy of Hades and if anyone knows what he's been up to, if he's a legitimate thing.
Let
Hey,
me look at
grungers.
these
That's what I
messages.
said. Hey, grungers. It's me.
You don't have to say that.
Grundles.
Oh, Bo.
It's just Celeste. It's just Celeste going, "Hey, my fellow black market peoples. Good day, my
I'm
fellow
a
gonna need-
legitimate
marketers."
hacker. I'll have you know, I'm a legitimate hacker. I'm on Reddit.
Let's
Like,
see. I'm gonna
every
need
day,
Celeste to
okay.
roll the harm move. No. Go ahead
just
and roll
Thing.
research.
Research, great. I'm great at that. Research is mind, right?
It is. It's a mind
I have a-
skill.
I have a thing that makes me good at mind, I think. Or maybe I don't, I'm not sure. Okay, gotta doubly chuckity. What? Anyways. Okay, yeah. Civ, take +1 ongoing research or search for beta. Okay, can I turn on my programs while doing this and use my SIFT program? I'll broadcast
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
everyone to do this. Cool. It just gives me +1, so then it's easier.
I mean, listen, in a game
Just-
where 10 is the best you can roll, +1 is a lot.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying my best out here in these streets. Yeah, it's mine.
Woo.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And then tell us what you roll.
+1. Submit. Okay, I got a something. I can't see because my character sheet's gigantic. What? That doesn't make sense. It's got a 0. That's not how it works. I'm gonna roll it again because that's. I'll just add it.
That should be impossible.
Should be. Okay.
So what
I got an
you
8
did was
plus 1 is 9.
If
what you-
anyone
what
wants,
you did, by the way, so this doesn't happen again. For forward, you said +1 instead of 1.
Oh,
So when
gotcha,
you're typing
gotcha,
it in,
gotcha.
if you put +1, it screws up. That's what happened to me last week.
Got it. Thank you,
So-
Casey. Love you.
In
So I
the
got a
future,
9.
Just
if anyone would like to attempt the help action to get you up to a 10, or you can use your free +1
I'll use my free
for
+1.
the session. Okay.
it.
Yeah, you are well rested. You are sharp. You know all the dark places of Reddit. And yeah, you get to ask one question from this list, and I will answer it. And then you can ask a follow-up question.
I love my life. Okay, I would like to
Or
say.
or if you don't like any of these questions, just ask a different one.
I was just thinking it's very good because I actually like one of them. Where would I find Hades? It's a real question on there, everyone. I didn't make it up. I can't help it that it's
Rowan.
game breaking.
Yes.
Would we find him?
Augustus. Velvet?
This is Velvet asking a question. Would we find them in Hades Town? Way down under the ground?
There's a distinct possibility.
Okay.
When we go,
Thank you.
can I sing I'm Coming, Wait for Me? I hear the centerpiece when I sing that. Sounds like coming home.
Well, Twitch is kind of mean about that, so I'm going to say no.
Fair.
But
Let's pretend that I have no idea what you're talking about. Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
it's okay. We'll explain it when you're older.
Musicals. What a normie. Gosh. It's bully. Let's bully Ryan while we check if Twitch is even. Before we
Twitch
say
is
anything
working.
super important.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Mine
Cool.
is.
I was
I
like,
just
before we do
frozen
anything
here.
really important.
I can't see the stream.
Oh, is it?
I'm gonna
It's like forever
reload.
loading.
Are we broken? Is
Are we
Twitch broken?
broken
Yeah, mine is-
emotionally? Yes. We're in a country that, oppresses
I mean,
all
I
of
feel
us
like
in some capacity. My
Yeah, no, we're
internet's
good.
bad. So
I feel like
no one should trust it.
Stream's fine.
most.
Mine's working.
Yours is working. Awesome.
That's working.
Okay.
Looks like it. I might just pretend it is. If not, we're recording a VOD.
We are.
Hey, pro streamers here. Right. So, according to the corners of Reddit, who believe Hades to be a real thing, the most credible sources point to him having a haven of sorts in one of the old abandoned layers down below, low into the city. There are like abandoned express elevators that supposedly can take you down there if you know the right place to go. You find a couple stories or resources that mention someone called the Ferryman, who can take you down there for a fee.
Anything about dogs?
And you do get a follow-up question.
Okay, great. My follow-up question is about if they have dogs. Just kidding. That's not my follow-up. My follow-up is, when was the last time they legitimately... Actually, what do you all think I should ask? I think a good question would be like, when was the last time we've heard about him? Because if he's been keeping his head down this whole time, then that's one thing. But if someone said he popped up at some point, that's something else. Can I get follow-up question? Oh. Okay. I want to see if I figure out a way. Is that a general enough thing? Is it like the same as being like somewhere downtown and you're like, where the fuck downtown? Or is it like this place and you're like, I know the vague places that could be? Like, do I need more information on the location or will that be a waste?
There is no consensus on a specific layer or a specific location within that level. Just that he lives in the abandoned levels down below.
Any more information you could get about the ferryman would probably be useful.
Cool. I would like to know more about the ferryman. I would like to ask, can I ask where the ferryman is? Or is that going to be too specific? Where would I find the ferryman?
You can.
You know the ferryman.
Is that your question?
Is that a good question, everyone?
Is that your question?
Team, look at me. Give me faces.
I think that's a good one.
Okay, where do I find the ferryman specifically?
Yeah, you can do a deep dive on the lore of the ferryman.
Rapidly typing.
There's a lot of conflicting stories. But there are some commonalities between them. The story that you find, the most consensus you can find on how to sort of approach ferryman is that through these internet back channels and whatnot, if you know where to go, if you can find the right place to go, there's a way to reach him, and he will respond if you can offer something of value in return. And nobody can quite decide on what of value means, only that it doesn't necessarily mean a lot of money.
I convey this to the group.
So you have that, the information on that location.
Right.
That like internet location.
I put it in my GPS. I put it on my GPS.
It's a digital space for you to
great. So I can
make an
enter if
offering
I want
of sorts. It's basically you basically get an email address.
Great. I'd like to email to the ferryman. We have interest of meeting Hades. Whoa. Hey everyone, what should we offer?
Do we actually want to meet Hades? I just said that because, maybe it's a good idea for us to know who hired us. Are we going?
I mean, it's dangerous, but hear me out. All the Olympians are under Zeus's thumb, right? The only one who's powerful seems enough to stay hidden, which is Hades, who is just as powerful because he was in the group when this all happened. And he has not had Zeus's situation where he depended on El for regeneration, so he must have some other method of staying alive this time. And he is in opposition to our enemy. The enemy of our enemy is our homie. That may be a little bit different than the original proverb, but you get it.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly right.
Thank you so much, Casey. You're much more educated than me, so I'll take your word for it. What do you, Augustus, you're a sus person. Yeah, but you were paying attention-ish, because you had a crush on, like, 2 of our teachers, and I had a crush on the computer that was hidden in the teacher's lounge. So there was a little bit of a disparity between us. Plus, you did all my notes for me, which was very nice. I know you said it was because your handwriting was better. I know it's because you knew I wasn't going to do it otherwise.
Then you gotta pass school. It's important. Kids.
I know. And I did, because you asked me to. TSA, stay in school, kids. Just, normal school. You don't have to go to college. College is fraud. Anyways, Augustus, you're a sus character. Do you agree with that sentiment of, this person's the enemy of my enemy, so we can kind of trust them?
I wildly disagree with that statement. The enemy of your enemy is just waiting for you to get them out of the way so they can push you out of the way. But if your interest is still to let Elle maintain her autonomy, or at least not be under anyone's thumb, you bring up a good point about Mr. Hades there having some alternative method of rejuvenation. It may be that he locks Elle up, but at least it probably won't be the same level of exploitation that she suffered under Zeus.
I reach out to Elle protectively.
When Elle hears that, she'll sort of like squint their eyes and Scientist Celeste, I'm not going to be locked up again.
I don't translate that. Instead, I just say to her, like, we're not going to let that happen. You have to trust us, okay?
Was Hades among the people who locked you up originally?
I don't think so.
And follow-up question, do you trust Hades? Because, you knew him, right?
That's true. Was he a nice guy, or was he
Do you trust him enough to at least help you? Do you want to go see Hades at all?
She'll...
Action's very funny, because I'm assuming that she's standing in front of me. I'm saying what she's saying out loud, and Casey, for some reason, keeps talking to me instead. I keep turning her to talk to Elle. Talk to Elle, not me. I'm just not here.
Scientist Celeste, I trusted Hades, but I also trusted the rest of them.
Ooh, strong point. Alright, so what do y'all think, gang? Besides me disappearing so I can plug in my light.
I mean, I think we can probably trust Hades to want to piss off Zeus, if nothing else.
Exactly what I was thinking. This person doesn't need to be a nice guy. He just needs to be a nicer guy than Zeus. Or...
That's not exactly a high bar there, Celeste.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't even think he has to be nicer than Zeus. I think he just has to dislike Zeus more than he wants to, do anything else, really. That's harmful to us. I mean, we're coming in here with, something that pissed Zeus off, and he wants to piss off Zeus, so he likes us.
True, and could be a good flex. Like, hey, I heard you really pissed off Zeus. Who we did too. Have you been hearing the announcements? Probably not from all the way under here. Ta-da! Amazing. What do you think, Kato?
Trying to formulate a thought about this. Me, Ryan, I've been trying to formulate a thought about this for 5 minutes.
Jesus. Should I wait? Should I go?
I got something if you need some more time, Ryan.
No, what I should have done is, because I was trying to think and this is not anyone's fault, I was trying to think and also listen to Bella talk. So my thoughts were getting jumbled because she just kept talking, which is fine. That's fine. I'm just
I'm so sorry for role-playing, Ryan.
What?
Not good. I mean, I have something, Ryan, if you need a bit more time.
For Velvet.
So I can think.
Allow me to introduce a few other considerations while you mull around what you'd like to do. I am beyond happy to turn over Elle to Mr. Hades down in Hadestown and get the rest of my payment so that I can get on getting. But it strikes me that you're thinking 2 steps ahead instead of 10. We bring Elle down to Mr. Hades. What's the guarantee that Mr. Hades will let Elle go? If it is still your intent to let Elle have her autonomy.
Well, we don't give her. Damn. We just are like, hey, check them out. Stay over there, though.
if I'm a person who has a hideout of power where it's difficult to get in, and a bunch of peons bring me something I want, show it to me, and they're like, "Oh, but no, Mr. Hades, we're not going to let you keep her," I would be remiss to let you all walk away.
Well, we don't have to say
You've
that.
avoided gods
Maybe
before.
we don't have to say that this is who. I guess El, you would recognize El, huh?
We can hide. We can hide her.
We could just not bring her.
Oh,
And ask for some kind of
you
refuge.
do have a whole.
We could just
We can hold her with
leave her with some of my men. Tell Hades we have them. I'm sure we could take a picture with the agents that we have, and then we can just go and meet them and discuss what's going to happen from there. There's no point in bringing the thing that everybody, the person that everybody wants directly into their hands.
For once, I agree with Kato.
We need to keep them safe, and we need to figure out who wants to do what with the girl. And then we can decide who to trust. As I see it, we have 2 places we could check. Hades and Calypso's bar. Because we can see what our employers want to do with her. Because judging by this note, they might not want to do anything with her at all. But we don't know until we talk.
Well, there's the possibility that Hades is our employer anyway.
It would be the easiest solution. Almost as though someone wrote it that way, but you know.
So we're back to our original plan.
Is
Leave
it even
El
worth-
here.
Well, we have a backup plan, so if that doesn't work and we find nothing.
I would not leave Elle here. I would have Hopper take her out and drive at least far enough away that they could be on the move the entire time that we're out.
Okay. Try to
A
keep
moving target is harder to hit.
her close by, just in case something happens.
There is
Not
no
that,
one
I don't
there
think
is
that your
nobody
men are capable.
in this entire God's forsaken place that I trust more than Hopper.
It's not a problem of trust, it's a problem of capability.
He is far more capable than anyone else you know.
You literally don't know me, so 2 steps back. Second thing,
I'm pretty sure you.
I'd say we know you
your
fairly
sister.
well. You have this distinct proclivity of dumping certain segments of your entire life story in between our meetings.
I look at Casey for a really long time like these bitches. And then I go, also, if he's so awesome, why did he not get hired instead of you?
Because it's my place, and he's my man.
But then wouldn't he be the leader if he's so good? Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm cool with doing it. Just keep him nearby. So then in case something happens, I know Casey, so, and they're better than all of you. So there's that. I'm down with that plan. We check the bar, then if that doesn't work, we check out.
I will
Shanahan?
note it may not be worth revisiting the bar at all, as Mr. Brius was an intermediary and either does not actually know who our employers are or would most likely be unwilling to do so. And it's probably not a good idea to hit the same place twice.
They're probably waiting for us.
Well, something tells me that he knows a bit more than he's letting on. But
What if? And I know this is probably a bad idea because the last time we split up, something bad happened.
No,
But
we should
what-
definitely not. Casey, we should not split up. We should
What
definitely
if
super
one
not.
person went to meet with Brius while the others are nearby?
Okay, rock paper
who would you
scissors to
suggest?
see who does it.
I'll
Probably
do it.
someone who can take care of themselves at fight, which narrows it down to Augustus and myself.
And it's probably better for you to be near your men. I vote August. Well, Augustus, how are you with people?
I am
Actually,
a
I just
consummate
remembered-
professional, but it would make sense to send me over yourself, Mr. Cato. I'm the most likely to be rather